This your podcast, the hottest podcast in the world.
When you practice what you preach and you turn the other cheek. Damn, bro. We live in a really fucked up world, huh?
It's fucked up, but just as much as it is fucked up, it also is, it can be like, a good thing. It could be amazing as well. But, yeah, a lot of fucked up shit has been happening, this week, as we all know.
It's crazy because we just had a fucking, last week we had a topic, right? A mass shooting topic.
Yeah.
This shit hadn't happened yet, right?
No.
That's why it wasn't involved. Literally, we just talked about a fucking mass shooting. A couple of them.
Yeah.
Not even 2 weeks later, there's a fucking bigger one, and there's fucking kids involved.
Yeah. The thing is, these things happen all the time. Too often,
But it's so crazy that it's okay. What the fuck is okay about this? Why does it keep happening?
It's not okay.
I don't think anyone said it was okay.
Yeah, nobody said it was okay. But
well, the way that they treat it, it makes it seem like it's okay because they're not doing anything about it.
All right, slow down. Tell listeners what we're talking about.
The shooting in Texas. What was it? An elementary school?
Elementary school, yeah.
Uvalde, Texas.
Okay, what is the school? Robb Elementary.
Yeah.
A fucking, 18-year-old. Wait, was he 18?
18.
18-year-old fucking kid goes in there and starts shooting up the school. Kills, 19 kids, 2 adults or something like that?
Yeah, I think the total was 21, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it, 2 teachers?
2 teachers, I think 19 kids.
It's crazy, bro. There's so much to talk about because I saw so much shit on it.
Yeah, the way the cops reacted to it and the parents outside.
So how should we break this down? How should we make it because we got to cover everything, but we got to not fucking jump back and forth because we're going to I'm sure everyone has something they want to say. And
all right.
Yeah.
So let's just say what happened. Apparently this started when the shooter apparently he was upset. Okay, let's unpack this. I'm just gonna say what happened, and then after we can unpack it. So the shooter apparently was upset, shot his grandmother in the head, I guess in the school, and she survived or whatever. But I guess after he shot his grandmother, there were calls of that shooting. Someone had called the police, they heard shots, whatever. So from there, there's a police chase from where he lives, and I saw pictures of the thing. So apparently, the police chase happened. He ended up by the school. It looked like he fell into a ditch or something because the tires were completely flat or whatever. And from the school, it's reported that he made it from the school. He made his way, or from crashing across the street from the school, he made his way to the school. And from there, the report said that he made his way into the school and barricaded himself in a room with a classroom. But that's what what the report said.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that I've seen so many reports saying this and that, and the story has already changed a couple times. You know what I mean? I know because really quick. When you sent the message, did you guys hear about the shooting? The first thing, I had already seen it, but I knew that, it just seemed like we have to kind of wait. Yeah.
Right. I was upset with Monty because the first thing he said was is there a video? And I was like, come on, bro. But I know that you didn't mean it like that because you didn't know that the shooting was an elementary school.
No, yeah, I just knew it was a shooting.
Yeah, and I was like, "Come on, bro," because I already.
And if it's on the news, there's always a video to it.
I was
and I didn't even mean is there a first person shooting video of it? No, I just is there a video I could watch the news to break down what is going on?
I don't know. That shit was crazy, bro. The fact that this shit is happening, and it keeps happening, bro. And the thing is, we had all of this shut down. These fucking 2 years? You always say 2 years are lost, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those 2 years that we were.
Yeah.
Before those 2 years, bro, you know how common shootings were being made and no one was doing shit about it?
Pretty common.
The only reason shooting slowed down was because everyone was locked the fuck up.
Yeah.
people are acting like it's a new thing, but no, bro. Like
It's
so many
around.
shootings have, and it's not always been around because I don't think this was a thing until really like this whole Sandy Hook thing happened. That was kind of like the first one that set everything off.
Well, the first one was like the earliest one I can remember, and I'm sure there's even more, but the Columbine shooting.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's like the
See, but those probably happen within like a long period from each other, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And now they're just becoming like
more
and more common, and people like, I don't want to hear the mental health shit because you guys aren't doing anything about that shit either. Like, you guys say that there's these kids that have like mental issues, but where are these fucking, instead of fucking hiring 15 proctors to fucking get these kids in trouble for shit, hire more fucking people that could talk to these fucking kids and figure out who the fuck has problems at home. Because this all starts at home.
Yeah, it does. That would be the source, and that's kind of something that I kind of wanted to point out. Like, it might like shake some people, but like, guns don't kill people. People kill people. You know, so attacking it from the source, I think, is what needs to happen.
But something has to be done about guns. I'm not saying take people's guns, because handguns and shit are fine. But what do you need a war machine for?
Okay. So we're going from like mental health to like gun reform.
Okay, let's do mental health first.
No.
I don't think it's an excuse.
No, that was a good. I think you summarized it pretty well. You summarized it pretty well actually. And then Monty talked about guns don't kill people. People kill people, right? And like I agree.
For sure.
I'm not. Here's the thing. People think about like gun reform and they associate it to gun control.
No guns at all.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely changes that could be made as far as like, legislation and like what's that Steve Kerr. I know you guys saw Steve Kerr's a post game.
The Warriors head coach.
Yeah, Steve Kerr, the Warriors head coach. I know you guys saw his post game interview where he was saying like, what can we do, whatever. And he mentioned like the HRA 89 bill or whatever that apparently just allows and makes it mandatory to have a thorough background check and like restricted weapons for certain type of individuals and stuff like that, which is like, it sounds fair, you know what I mean? Like,
it sounds reasonable.
Not good.
It sounds reasonable. Like, I don't want my little brother to go and be able to buy a fucking AR-15. Personally, me.
To me, it's crazy how I can't get a fucking car till I'm 25 through a rental thing, but I could go buy a fucking gun at 18.
Yeah. But, a lot of what like that is like gun lobbyists. The NRA fucking fills the politicians' money with money. Like that's how it works.
That's
they're just lobbyists and like their pockets are too deep. That's why you won't hear Ted Cruz say like that.
You know what I saw about
like
that motherfucker?
He won't put it on guns, I guess, is what I'm saying.
They screenshot a bunch of his tweets after each like shooting that has happened, and it's the same tweet. He just changes the fucking like the location that happened. Like, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you have a fucking copy paste. I have a screenshot of the thing. We can fucking put it up and shit.
Yeah, you have to tell Antonio.
That shit is fucking crazy that you have a fucking thing that you could go to in your notes, just copy paste it, change the fucking location and somehow sometimes I'm sure these motherfuckers still fuck it up and they don't fucking put the right place,
Yeah.
And they had to come back and fucking, because they do stupid shit like that all the time. But I was telling people that shit isn't going to change until banning guns is putting money in politicians' pockets. The second that more money comes from getting guns taken out of just everyone taking their guns away, and I feel like that's when shit's gonna change. When politicians start making money for banning guns. Right now, there's more money in allowing guns to be what they are now.
Yeah, because that's kind of what America was like built off of,
bro. And I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not saying no guns.
What are you saying? You're saying
everyone deserves to have the right to defend themselves and their family.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with a fucking handgun.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have handguns, and they've never done a school shooting. They're very responsible, logical people.
But it's a handgun. Like, it's something to protect you and your family. I understand that. But when you got these assault rifles, like, think about the guns that he got weren't able to get, right? And he had to use handguns. It's still a fucking tragedy that kids are going to get shot, but shit could be done a lot faster with a handgun.
I'm not like, I'm cool like with gun reform. Like you just sign a bill and then I have to get a mandatory, background check and like I have to have a certain
that's a good idea. But even if that is a thing, if somebody if a crazy kid wants to he's
gonna
find one. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not gonna be able to get two of them for fucking like $2,000.
Might be cheaper.
No, it's gonna be more, bro.
If it's on the black market, I don't know. Depends.
You think that if right now alcohol was banned, you could get it for cheaper somewhere where
if it was banned for you? That's the thing. Like someone, it's like, I can't buy alcohol, but my homie who's 22 can buy alcohol for me.
Yeah, he's gonna buy it for $25 and sell it to me for $23. I don't think that's. But that's how the thing.
It doesn't always work that way either. Hey, can you give me this? Oh yeah, sure. All right, cool.
Yeah, I never text.
Yeah, but.
Nah, but that's not the point. Yeah, you said something else.
No, but
I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is like they'll find a way either way if that's what they want to do.
I know what you're saying, but I'm not gonna tax.
No, but that's good that you're inputting.
I don't know, bro. It's crazy to me. There's no reason why anyone should own this shit.
And there's nothing that like we haven't said that people haven't said already.
No, but
and there's a bunch of information out right now, so you guys can see for yourselves. I know a lot of people are. There are a lot of things. It's funny because it's not funny actually at all, but it's crazy that this happened, right? And like a lot of things came up. You know what I mean? There are a lot of topics that this relates to. And so it's like gun reform, it's mental health, it's security, it's policing. Like it's a lot of everything. So there's a lot going on right here. I know a lot of people. I don't know if you guys seen the report about the shooter being, I saw the report and initially what came to my head is like, why would they let him be going to the school? First of all, why would they chase him around the school? Why would they?
But the thing is, they didn't chase him.
No, it was a police chase, Lazaro.
No, I know, but once he got out and got into the school, they didn't do shit about it.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's bad policing. Who the fuck pins their target across the street from a fucking elementary? Like, situational awareness has to be key. Like, and I'm not a fucking officer, so I can only tell you like from how I see it.
I think the police dropped the ball on that one.
And then I also read a report too that a teacher. Because you know how they put out the timeline for what happened. At first came out, he was in there for 30 minutes. Then it was 40 minutes. The final report says 70 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was. You guys saw the videos. The cops weren't letting anyone in. Like the parents were trying to go in themselves.
They were arresting
people for trying to go save their kids.
And like, then there was fucking. They've already been proven that there was cops that had kids in the fucking school and they went in there and got their fucking kids out.
Yeah.
And they're arresting fucking people for trying to go in. You're not going to fucking tell me I'm not going to go in there for my kid. I'm going to find a way around the fucking gate and I'm going to go in there whether it means me getting shot or not.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I think they definitely, they really fucked up.
Do you know how many people were willing to die for their kids there? Like they could have done something to that motherfucker.
But they didn't.
A couple people would have gone down, but a lot less people would have had it.
It's sad. Like if you put it into perspective, like the fact that the teachers died.
And that's the thing. Like it kind of. Being a police, it's a lot of pressure, That's the job that you signed up for, though, But you signed up for that shit.
It's not really the people, like, I know that it's frustrating and the people that have to take the hit is the people on camera, but it's really the fucking person in charge of that fucking academy or whatever they want to fucking call it, station, whatever they are.
Police department.
That department, like, you were the one that had to fucking make that call and be like, fuck that, get in there.
Yeah.
The only reason they stood out there is because they were told not to fucking do anything.
Yeah. And I think some of them were real natural pussy, like, to be honest. Personally, me,
like, I feel like if I was a cop and I don't know, like, I'm just saying, if I was a cop and there's kids getting shot and my boss is like, no, don't do anything, like,
it would feel wrong.
I would feel wrong. I feel like, no, the right thing, like, be a fucking like hero. You're the one that. You're the only people that people like depend on you. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
it's different. Like
that's your
those
role.
Motherfuckers don't think like that. Those motherfuckers think about like
it's a real person. It's like, oh fuck my life. Yeah. Like I can die.
We've talked about it before that. It's just a regular person with the badge.
Exactly.
It's just like and obviously we're playing Monday morning quarterback, with like what we would have done and stuff. But no, I think it's very obvious that they fucked up. You know what I mean? I did read a report that one of the teachers that was in there, she texted her husband. Did you guys see it? And he was like getting a haircut, and he got a text that said, "There's an active shooter. Help me, please. I love you." Like that's the text that the wife sent the guy. And the guy was getting a cut at the barbershop, and he asked his barber, like, let me borrow your shotgun. And the barber took him to the school, and he was able to save some kids and get his wife out and shit.
Fuck yeah. See, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like...
Yeah. See, and a shotgun is an appropriate weapon.
Yeah.
Like I said, at this point, like, it's a tragedy that the shootings had to happen, but fucking dumping a clip on an AR, you know how fast you can do that shit and how much ammo you can put onto that bitch compared to a fucking handgun or a shotgun that you have to keep reloading? Like, no one's saying don't allow guns, bro.
Yeah. Just not.
Because as soon as someone fucking says anything about guns, everyone just thinks that we're taking everyone's guns away. And
they think very like one-sided, boxed up. But yeah, there's like a whole spectrum to these gun regulations.
Right. Because a lot of people also think about it like, well, if they could get this, and later they're gonna move the goalposts, and then they're gonna get this, and then this, and then slightly will be
Well, why?
That's what people are scared of.
Less armed.
I saw another story that happened here in Orange County. So this fucking crazy guy, he was caught trying to go into a school, right? They kicked him off campus. The school didn't do shit. They didn't report him. They didn't do nothing. Later, this kid, the same guy, ran over fucking 3 kids while they were walking home from school.
In Orange County?
In Orange County. He ran over 3 kids. They fucking find this guy, and he has explosives in his fucking car.
Yeah.
It's not guns anymore. These motherfuckers... No,
so I'm saying, so do you ban cars?
It's not... no, it's not that, bro. It's just banning explosives. Like, what do we need an explosive for, bro?
Yeah. But he ran over the kids with the car. So do you ban a car?
No. The fact that he was in a school and they found explosives. Imagine he would have made it on campus and he had all that shit and he planted all that shit.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you can't just go out and buy explosives. I'm sure you have to like build them yourself and stuff. You have to find he probably like had knowledge of that and knew how to do it. And that's how he got his hands on the explosives.
Yeah, he didn't just buy them anywhere.
And shit.
Yeah, a lot of times not a lot of times.
But I guess my point was security with you because you said something about security.
Well, yeah. Like why are the gates open?
Why do you not report this type of fucking?
How are people from the outside able to walk in freely into the school?
Yeah, and then and then they said that they waited 40 minutes for the key. Like for the key?
How did the fucking shooter get in there? Then? Yeah, that's so stupid. Oh, maybe for the key to the room, like for the room that they were in. Maybe that's the key they were talking about.
Fool. You can fucking knock people's down to fucking take them to jail, but you can't knock a fucking door down to fucking.
I'll be going through. Why wouldn't you just go through a window? Like
that's what I'm thinking because school doors are kind of like heavy.
Yeah.
But every classroom has a window.
Nah, honestly, they fucked up. To be honest.
They really
honestly,
did,
they should have just done like some. You know how? I mean, it's kind of bad because there's kids in there and there were survivor kids in that room. If they just threw one of those fucking smoke bombs that fucking makes people pass out, like. You don't even have to kill this guy. We could keep him and torture the fuck out of him until we fucking want to fucking dispose of him. But like you could have saved so many people's lives if you just fucking did something.
Took action.
Yeah, like just something.
They just waited and then
if he felt like he was under pressure, maybe he would have fucking done less.
Yeah. That's very fucked up. I saw. And this is what I don't fucking. You know what? As more time goes, I think we're gonna learn a lot more about what happened. Yeah. Because off bat, my initial thing was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, they said that they stopped because there was only 2 of them, right? They said there was 3, but one of them got shot in the leg or something, and like he 3 officers. Okay. 1 at the school, and then 2 that were chasing them. So one of them got shot. I don't know who. I don't know which one. But that left with 2. So since there was only 2, they initially said that they stopped because there was only 2 of them. And in the end, they end up saying that only 2 of them went in anyways. So I don't fucking know. And they say that they're the ones. So that's why I don't know. It doesn't make none of it makes sense, to be honest. The timeline doesn't make sense. Initially they said that he went classroom to classroom shooting. Now they're saying all the kids were in one class. So I don't know. There's a lot of shit fucking.
Yeah, dude, the shit that makes me sick is that the media fucking has these little kids that did survive.
Yeah.
And they have them on fucking camera, like
talking about
their fucking
testimonial, what they went through.
Bro, like there was a fucking kid that was like,
that's traumatizing.
He's like, oh yeah, I just pretended to be dead.
Yeah, he covered
the whole
himself
fucking time. there was a girl that covered herself with blood.
Oh yeah.
And then the first thing her parents said that she said is like, sorry for putting blood on the shirt. After she went through this fucking
but you know what? It's because kids can't really process what's happening.
Nah, bro,
like
that kid said he was having nightmares.
No, is that what he said?
Yeah, the kid that got shot and pretended to be dead.
Yeah, but also like when you're a kid, your mind doesn't really like you experienced it, but I don't think you're gonna learn like you're gonna be dealing with that like later down the road when you have time to look at that like in interest.
But that's how that fucking gets to this point with the fucking mental issue. Like if it's really a mental thing, like why wait until it fucking impacts your life later? Like there's shit that you fucking probably like
sometimes you're not aware, bro.
That we both suffer from like shit that happened to us as a little kid, and we don't even know it fucking derives from that.
Yeah, well, I used to not know. And I didn't know myself. I didn't understand myself.
And then one day
I
just
got
clicked.
there. I worked. I didn't work. I grew into like
realizing like, hey, I feel maybe insecure because like my mom said something a certain way one time.
Yeah, shit like that.
Small shit that happens that affects your life forever, bro.
Yeah, but you have to be able to distinguish what that was in order for you to deal with it. Sometimes you don't know.
But yeah, this happens at a young age.
Yeah.
Imagine these kids like have to live another fucking 15 years to discover that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But because there's not like an area like I think the whole infrastructure of like academy and all this has to change. I think there has to be like we've talked about it before how they teach the same shit. There has to be they gotta teach you about fucking. I don't want to make it about other things, but there's a lot of new things in this world that we have to implement into the academic area.
Maybe having fucking kids locked up 8 fucking hours a day isn't such a good idea. Like
it's a lot of things, bro. We talked about desensitization from
the thing
internet.
is, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah,
the shooting can happen anywhere.
But yeah, bro. But the fact that it keeps happening like this at schools is not the first school that this happens to.
It's not the school's.
I'm sure this was his target. Like the kids said that he walked into the room and told them, "You guys are all gonna die today."
That's some scary shit, bro.
That's evil.
You're fucking 8, 9, 10, bro.
That's evil shit, bro. There's like something inside. You know what I mean?
So
and there was, I guess, reports he used to hurt animals and shit.
Yeah, like
when you see someone hurting animals, you gotta report.
This is
that
my
shit to
thing,
someone.
bro.
There's gotta be. That's what I
and-
mean. There has to be a different infrastructure because I should be able to be like, oh, I know who to fucking tell about this. You know that shit because that's a fucking massacre waiting to happen.
This is my thing, bro.
That is.
This is my thing. Never once in my life was I ever able to hide shit in my room because my mom makes sure she went through my room at least once a week or maybe like once every couple weeks, you know?
Yeah.
And like at the time I hated it, but now I understand it. I'm like, bro, it makes sense. Like, look at these kids that are like,
isn't crazy.
Like exactly, dude. You know that your kid, like, they're like, oh, like we knew he was a loner, but he didn't talk to anyone.
Well, that's because those are his grandparents. I think. 'Cause I think that the big wage gap makes a big age gap makes a big difference. Because like my grandparents don't ask me about anything. They just, but they'll ask me, but I'll be like, nah, like I'm good, or like, oh, nah, just to make sure. But like they don't fucking go into these. The age gap is way different.
The mom crying on TV is bullshit to me. You kicked your son out of the house. He has to live with his grandparents. Like you can't fucking
deal with your kid.
There was no problems at home, but like so.
But
like
that's the thing. Like it all, sadly, it all goes down to the source, how he was raised. The
How many
parents.
AR-15s can you snuck into your house and kept in your room?
Probably none.
Exactly.
I probably could sneak one.
Maybe one in the closet.
Your mom didn't check your mom. Your mom didn't check your room like that.
No, I told you guys she found my ounce.
No, so you could get one in your room. I don't think I could.
I think I could have it in.
You heard that, Sanjay's mom?
He had just bought it. That's the thing.
And like people saying that he got made fun of for being poor, motherfucker. You have an iPhone 13.
No. I heard that he was a bully. I heard they're like one of the kids that went to school with him. He's like, I know there was reports that he was being bullied, but no, he was actually like a bully.
That's the same kid that said that he killed animals and shit.
Oh yeah, that's the same kid. Yeah.
So they just ignore the kid, brush him off to the side. Nope, because nobody wants to deal with him. Wow, nobody's dealing with him. No one's paying attention. He's there plotting and getting all these ideas in his head, and that's how this happens. So the way to avoid it is to catch these signs early. Lock in, like on a specific person, kid, and I don't know, like how you said, have therapy or have,
bro.
No.
You could tell when your kid is fucking up to something like that, bro.
Yeah,
There's
you can.
No way.
You can. Honestly, you can.
You just weren't paying attention. Like all the signs were already fucking there.
But you know what? Okay, but parents don't want to deal with that shit.
No. And
sadly, you know.
And sometimes like there's some people who are really good at hiding it.
No, my dad set my ass straight a couple times.
But
not everyone has your dad, bro.
Exactly. There's some parents out there that are like shitty parents.
Yeah, for you to assume that all the dads are like.
But to me, I'm just saying, like, how do you like? You have to know what your kid is up to.
You do have to. The thing is, like, I've seen parents that like they know.
So when this shit happens, parents should be held accountable because a lot of these motherfuckers kill themselves or fucking.
They should.
There's nothing done to these motherfuckers. They should, and families are left with no answers.
I think if they're under 18, the parents are somewhat held accountable.
I think but at the end of the day,
but he was over, right? He's an adult, legal adult.
Yeah, he was 18.
Yeah, so
he bought the fucking guns.
But that's the thing. It all starts like from the seed, from the source.
No, I agree.
Like
some people are deranged, and unfortunately, like you guys saw what I posted. The only thing that makes them feel good is inflicting that pain like onto the world itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess you could say it's like yin and yang. I'm not saying it's a necessary evil because I think that was completely unnecessary, but there's evil in the world out there.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that I hate a lot of things about this. If you haven't noticed, but
yeah,
well, fuck you mad at me for
the fucking the media tries to play like it's so many other things besides the fucking guns. Like
we just said, there's a lot of things.
No. I'm saying, but the fact that like the guns,
like for you to just blame it on the guns itself is kind of like.
But it is the gun itself.
Well, he could have gone in with any other gun and.
And done damage, but not the same amount of fucking.
But he still would have done damage.
But now we're playing like coulda, woulda, shoulda type games. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's not because it's just obvious that like if you fucking ban these guns and the only gun he has access to is this, less bodies are gonna be. I've already said that the tragedies are gonna happen. But the fact.
So the point is to stop the tragedies, not
at one point. Just like the driver's not gonna lose his job right away. And he'll lose it eventually.
Yeah.
It's not all going to stop right away, but something has to need done for something to fucking stop somehow.
Yeah.
Like, because all these shootings are happening with these kinds of guns.
Yeah, so I see. It would slow it down.
It's happening with these kinds of guns.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not going to change until it affects someone in power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, until it's one of...
Because you already voted for everyone they told you to vote for, bro. They told you to vote for Biden. They said he was your man. He got you. They told you...
I didn't vote for Biden.
No, I'm saying they told you who the good guys, who's going to help us, like who's going to make these changes, and like nothing ever changes, bro. You know what I mean? Like the pockets...
Money talks.
Money talks, like we live in a fucking capitalist country, bro. What do you expect? NRA's got them deep pockets and... and I think I think it's also fucked up that we went directly and like politicized all this shit when there's like fucking people mourning. And I think that's also like that's what I mean. We're desensitized, bro. Like we don't even think about that. Like we can't even fathom.
That's all I thought about how fucking shitty it must feel that you lost a kid.
Yeah, you lost it, and like I read reports that they were there like 2 hours earlier because they had like an award ceremony. So like imagine you just saw your kids 2 hours later, he's dead.
I saw you post something about something locally here.
Here in San Juan Capistrano, there's a school, San Juan Hills. It's like 4 miles from my house. And like there was reports where like students were coming out to like faculty and saying that the student was planning a mass shooting at the graduation. And in the video, the kids are telling them, like, I've seen him bring bullets. I've seen him show us knives. I've seen pictures of his guns. Like he's equipped, And then he's like, oh, well, we've checked him, and he doesn't have anything on him. And the kids telling him, like, oh, well, I've heard many stories where, like, kids get away with this. Like, they stash their backpack or, like, they give it to someone.
I've definitely got away at that school. I went to that school, and I was going to get in trouble for some weed in the backpack. My backpack was with me when I got put in the back of the car, and that shit was in the bushes by the time I fucking got to the office.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I got away with it.
Oh, I've gotten away, yeah.
And all I had to do was text someone, hey, like, go to the bathroom and get my backpack. I dropped it here, put it in my locker.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, these kids aren't stupid. Like, no, we're very fucking aware. Kids are very aware. But And the faculty member, which is a guy I don't know, he ends up saying like, "Oh, well you've heard stories, right? Well, we have to go off facts." And like I was just like, "All right, fuck it then," like.
Yeah. Just wait for it to happen.
These are the people who are supposed to like be running shit. These are the people who you drop off your kids with. It's just
there
another
has to
person.
be like zero tolerance for that.
Zero tolerance. Fuck that. Like
none of that shit is allowed.
And that's
should be allowed in school.
And like this is what I mean. Like this peels back layers for like everything in America. That's kind of like I love America. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? It serves great opportunity. But like as far as like. When shit like this happens, it kind of makes you like
question how great it really is.
In a way, in its own way, yeah. Like, as far as like the politics here goes, like, because you say you want the guns, this and that. Well, yeah. Well, then who do you talk to about that? Who do you go to for that? Like, who do you want to vote for? Who's gonna make that change for you? Like, it. Bro, I don't know. I don't have, what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do as a citizen. I don't know. I don't have any, I don't see a solution for us.
Well, there's really no hope because there's no solution.
Because we can say, let's do this. Well, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, it just, you can't read everyone's style. You can't control another person's like actions. Like, I could turn crazy tomorrow. Zandre can turn crazy any second. You know what I'm saying? Like
Zandre's already crazy.
I'm a little crazy.
Yeah, I feel a little loco.
Nah, but for real. Did you guys see how like that the teacher that died, her husband died like 2 days later?
Oh yeah, from a heart attack. My wife always tells me, if you die, I think I would die after. And then she heard about that, and I was like, I don't think you could die like that.
That's sad. Bro.
And then I heard that, and she's like, see, I told you. I was like, fuck. Like, that shit's sad, bro, because they had kids.
Yeah.
So now they lost both their parents within days of each other. And one is like a really shitty way. I mean, they're both really shitty ways to lose your parents. But
fuck yeah.
One of them, to me, I would feel like shit if fucking someone went and shot a bunch of kids and my mom was there to protect them. Yeah. At least she died a hero. I'm not going to lie, because a lot of those kids that did survive said that the teachers were like trying to protect them.
Yeah, bro, that's fucked up.
Props to the teachers. Sad, they shouldn't have to
be in those situations.
And I hear a bunch of people
pay people for like this kind
take care of that.
Exactly, but they didn't even do like anything.
To
you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
they're getting paid. I'm sure they're living a comfortable life. You know.
Yeah.
This is what they have to risk. This is
what they signed up for.
Exactly, but nope, they just want the check.
Like, think about it. I work at a barbershop, right? A lot of people came in, they were talking about the situation. A lot of people have kids. A lot of people were talking about, I don't know whether I should explain this to my kid or not, because the kids aren't watching the news.
Yeah.
So the only people that know about that are the kids that experience the situation or their family members or friends, right?
Yeah.
So how do you tell your kids that shit like this is happening? Like,
that's crazy. Because I have like, my little brothers are, one of them 17, the other one's 13, they're on the internet, so they got, they see what's happening out here. That ever since that shit happened, it feels different. Like, cause I pick up my little brother all the time, you know what I mean? And it's just like, whoa, like you just don't know. Like you don't ever wake up and you're like, I'm dropping my kid off and this is the last time you never know.
And I was telling my wife to imagine like that parent that day that fucking was like hurry up, you're always fucking waking up late. Like, being like...
Imagine.
Or like the kid that didn't want us to go to school that day, like my little brother tries to do that shit on me all the time. Like, I don't feel too good, or like this and that. And I'm like, bro, I've been a kid before. I know. I know.
And then you send them off and shit like this could happen. Like,
and
you're going to feel like shit. I'm like, damn, that one time I should have just fucking let it go.
So like I try not to think about like I said, your mind can bring things to fruition. So like, me, I'm always like in a positive light, but like every now and then that thought will like pop up for a split second. I'll be like, oh, fucking nasty, get that shit out, like get that out of here. But like, I don't wish, like I'm all for protecting the kids, save the kids. You know what I mean? There's monsters out here, and like that's why I said the whole infrastructure hasn't changed. Like there has to be, and like obviously there's a lot of things we could change, the gun reform, this and that, whatever over here. But why can't we like let's shoot for like the best thing that we could do? You know what I mean? Like
what I think that we shouldn't do is, and the argument I hear people talking about is give the teachers guns. No, bro. No. Did you see how many teachers beat the fuck out of kids already on? Imagine they had a gun.
No.
Like you don't fix a problem with the problem.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think the school should be like gated for sure.
Yeah.
It should be like secluded.
There should be all these doors, as much as like money as we pay for taxes, bro. Every school should have a fucking thing where when something like that is happening and there's an active school shooter, there's a button you push and all the doors fucking lock and there's no way in. Yeah. There should all be bulletproof. The windows should all fucking... There's no way that...
It's going to take a lot of funding, a lot of money, but imagine if it's like that where you can close a bunch of
how much money
sections.
did we just send to the fucking Ukraine?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what the fuck?
They could have used that for that. No, look, everything gets locked up. They find out where the shooter is. They unlock everything except for that area. Yeah. Cops come around. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here we are sending money.
Right.
And plus, everyone's like a security guard. What is one fucking security guard gonna do? This motherfucker has 2 ARs.
Yeah, ARs. Yeah.
Okay, pretty much what we got to do is we got to have certified proctors that are strapped up, like. Because I went check it out. I went to the high school I went to. It's like an open campus, you know what I mean? But at every entrance there's a proctor. Like it's very, very well taken. There's a even the ways you can sneak out.
I think every school's like that.
Yeah, you know what though? Like think about it. Imagine if there's a kid that goes to that school and he just doesn't like that proctor and he has a gun and whatever. And
we all had that proctor that we all hated.
And then they all go in and
certified. This is why I say certified. It's not just another chump off the old block. Someone with situational awareness. That's why I said the infrastructure has to change. The cops are certified. But that's why I said the infrastructure has to change, bro.
Yeah.
The one right now is not working.
Yeah, because if there's like if there's guards with guns and stuff, you probably wouldn't want to go in there,
right?
And I'm not gonna lie, our fucking high school cop was not the skinniest cop, so that motherfucker definitely is getting outran. Like one cop is not doing shit.
That's what I mean.
But still, that's enough, like for there to be fear in like the bad guy coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like
the same way.
There's a chance that this won't go as planned. You know what I'm saying? Like it can.
How many kids do you think got switched to homeschooling after that?
I don't know. Can't say.
I think
probably a lot. Because there's a lot of parents that really do like care about that.
Yeah.
Bro, it was sad. Like I was telling you guys at the barbershop, there was a guy talking about it, and he tried to explain it to his kid, and the kid was like, "Oh, is that gonna happen at my school?" Like,
oh no, so that's what I mean. My little brother will be like, "Bro, like if that shit happens, like he's telling me where he's running to," and I'm like dissecting that. I'm like,
you're like, "Nah, bro, I'm a school shooter. That's where the first place he would go."
no, bro, I'm like genuinely being like, "What the fuck? Like, why is he?
Why does he have a plan and shit?"
Yeah, you know what I mean. Me as like, I pick him up. So he's like, he's telling me where he would run and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
at least you know where to go look for him.
At least he has a plan, though.
Yeah. No, definitely. But
it sucks that idea has to come to life for him. But I mean, hey, like, it is what it is.
The only reason this idea is happening is because so many of these are happening.
Yeah.
And so this is where I draw my conclusion. It takes a wolf to catch a wolf. Denzel Washington. Training Day.
It takes a wolf to catch a wolf.
You got to have its own department.
And when I was 5, my favorite movie was The Gremlin. Ain't got shit to do with this, but I just thought that I should mention.
Facts. That's why Lil Wayne's a go. You see what I mean? I'm really him. I be living the lyrics.
Nah, but get back. No, it's crazy, bro. I forgot your brother's still in school.
Do you think this is why it's important for phones to be able to track us and keep all this data on us so that they can use it? I don't want against us isn't the right term, but like so that they can use it against us. Like if we're being sketchy and there's talking about, I want to shoot up.
There's pros and cons for everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're like, I'm a spy in this motherfucker.
It'll come in handy, like in that kind of case. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I mean, I feel like you would have to, like, that kid didn't put in enough keywords for them to like start.
No, he went on Facebook. He went on Facebook and posted, "I'm gonna go shoot the elementary." 30 minutes before.
Dude,
how does that not get flagged?
That's what I'm saying.
How does fucking...
You tell me.
If you say something about the vaccine, it gets fucking taken down.
Right away.
And when you say something like
that's what I'm talking about.
It doesn't get fucking flagged.
And I don't know how fake it was or how real it was, but I saw like a text thread between him and a girl and they interviewed the girl because she was the last one that he was talking to supposedly. But he was like, I have a secret. Like, it's bad, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you when it's going to happen. And he pretty much told her he was going to shoot a school and the chick was asleep. So she's like, I feel horrible. Like, maybe she said she was asleep, but She said she was asleep and she felt horrible that she didn't fucking do anything about it.
Well, once the FBI's involved, they'll be able to track all that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not her fault though. I think.
No,
like,
it's not.
Maybe she was just like, "Oh, this fool's crazy. Like, what the fuck?" Like,
but
I didn't know what to do.
It's all through like.
It wasn't the reality.
No, it's all through
the
Instagram though. So the fact that you don't get, I'm pretty sure they could go through our DMs and see.
They can. They have that ability.
And the fact that you're not flagging this shit, like you're saying, like.
Yeah, Snapchat sees all the dick pics.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they said that. You know, Snapchat says we can see all your photos.
Maybe they're trying to like sell us on that. Like, hey, wouldn't it be so bad if you guys just let us go through all your stuff and like.
Well, Apple already does that. I think. Apple.
And how come they didn't get this guy when he had the iPhone 13?
Because Apple does it for child trafficking. I think. They said like it's like you know how you accept the terms and conditions. They pretty much you allow them to go
through the
fucking
long ass thing you don't read, but you want to set up your phone, so you put accept.
You just go accept.
Yeah. So they go through like they pretty much have access so that in case you have like, I think you have to have like a certain amount, and then after that you get flagged, and then the FBI is on your ass and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But they do that for like child trafficking. Yeah. But if they implement that same type of thing for like shit like this is what I'm saying, then I think that would be beneficial, as well as like gun reform, you know, like mandatory background check, shit like that. The small things the small things that we can do to make a big difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, a very small thing like that.
Unless he did this shit in pen or pencil on paper, like there's no reason. Yeah.
But he did it on Facebook. He posted it and nothing happened.
And like I'm telling you, I think this was like a target. Like his idea was like, I'm gonna shoot my grandma and I'm gonna go straight to this. People should figure out if that's the middle school or the elementary school that he went to, and that's probably where the trauma started if he went there. Because why would you target this fucking school? Like, what did this school do to you? Why would you target a school? Like, why would you target anything? But the fact that you decide that the kids is who you want to kill is crazy.
What's Christopher Nolan's line? Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, bro. He just craved that, and he's just a sick dude.
Some evil shit, my guys. So just protect the kids, you know, save the kids. Vote.
Check in on them, make sure.
I guess vote for your favorite politician. I guess the one that says they're gonna make the change you want.
Parents are like all scared. They're sending their kids to school with guns and shit. I saw like a story on a second grader that like they found a gun in her desk, and of course the parents sent her home to school with that shit.
I've seen like videos where like an adult parent is like teaching their kid how to like handle a weapon like for protection, and he'll make her say like his law or like her laws and like because it's a little black girl, you know.
That's smart. Like,
I don't know if you guys seen that, but like I think if you implement it in a healthy way, it could be. Like that would be obviously cool, but I don't want my little kid, you know, won't be walking around with someone else's little kid and they have like a whole gun on them.
I mean? You can't really trust a kid with a gun.
I saw that the sales of like bulletproof backpacks went up.
I did see that.
Like it's crazy. Parents are like, I'm pretty sure. Like I'm a parent, right? My kid doesn't go to school yet, but as scary as it is to be a kid in that situation, it's just scary. I feel like it's to be a parent because it's like you said, you're supposed to take your kids to this school. Where do you feel like they should be able to be protected and shit? And at the end of the day, it's not really the school's fault because they're probably like the teachers are part of the school and they try to do their part.
No one wakes up. Well, maybe now, but no one would wake up with that thought in their head, like
expecting that to happen.
Yeah, well, one of these little kids is gonna fucking.
It's not the last one either.
No, it's gonna keep happening.
There's gonna be another one within the month.
Yeah, give it another week.
Yeah, so they should just be on it. Like if they already have the technology to kind of track that kind of behavior,
and it's like
you should just be on it at this point. Like that would be a step forward. Like in this case, I mean, I understand like people want their privacy, but we already don't have privacy, like you said. Like they know everything already. Like
we could act like they don't, but nah, they got us.
Yeah,
I feel like if they don't do it, because if they do, they're gonna be like, "See, I knew they were watching," and people are just because people just. Like kind of like the alien thing last week we talked. People kind of know that it happens, but no one actually knows.
Yeah.
You know? But if they catch someone like that and they're like, oh, well, we caught him because we were going through his information.
Oh, see, they're stalking us, and it just becomes a bad thing about that.
And now no one wants to use your product and shit.
It's a political thing, and No, I know what you mean, but hey, like
something needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it just has to be that.
Oh yeah, I think